Hi everyone, it's Ms. Cyberling, and today we're going to think about theme or moral. So oftentimes a story has something that a writer is trying to comment on, to say, to bring light to, and we don't always know this at the beginning of a story. So some writers write with like a full perspective of what they're doing, but a lot of times people just start writing because they are interested in a character or a setting or something, and they kind of figure it out as they go. If you think about children's books, so children's books are great examples of stories that teach us something, that show us something. And in adult literature or even young adult literature, these themes aren't as like obvious, but they're still very, very much embedded in a story. And we don't want to be told what the theme or the moral is. We want to trust our readers to have sort of the wits and the intelligence to discover these things along the way. But it probably is a good idea once you're reaching the end of a story, or maybe even in the middle of the story, to try to think about what it is that you're trying to say or shed light on. And we're going to do a little prompt today from my book, The Young Writer's Fiction Workbook. This isn't as much about writing a piece as maybe thinking about some themes that you might be interested in writing about. So I'd like you to think about the most recent book that you read and enjoyed, and think about the themes that were a part of this book. So that's a way to kind of think about these like not as obvious, not as like hit over the head like a children's book theme there is. So think about a book that you read, think about some of the themes or the things that you walked away thinking about from this book. And then after you do that, I'd like you to write a list of 10 different themes that you could write about, that you would be interested in uncovering, exploring. And then you can reference this list maybe the next time that you're sitting down to write a story, or maybe you're working on a story and you look at this list and you weave this theme throughout your story. I hope that was interesting. And if you are interested, you can buy my book, The Young Writer's Fiction Workbook, on Amazon. There's tons of prompts in here. There's tons of exercises. There's information about craft, technique. There's projects. It's a whole book of creative inspiration.